Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we have a new pick a card reading, but before we get into it I wanted to give a huge shout out to Skillshare who are kindly sponsoring today's video. If you have not heard of Skillshare before, they're essentially a huge online platform full of classes upon almost any subject that you can think about, and Skillshare recently came out with a new section called Learning Paths, and Learning Paths is essentially a bunch of curated classes upon a particular topic. So if you want to dive deep into photography or video editing or any other particular skill or topic, you can browse through the different Learning Paths sections that they have and find a bunch of curated classes on that topic, which will help you become more of a master of that particular subject. And recently I just took their Learning Paths section all about journaling for self-discovery, which really helps you uncover so much more about yourself. And in this section they go into gratitude, and there's a bunch of different classes that really help you dive deeper into your emotions, your feelings. This is really great for healing, and currently I'm out in Thailand and it's been really fun to just journal and dive deeper into my own emotions and feelings. And while I'm just relaxing out here, it's been so fun to take this class and dive deeper into myself. Gratitude and journaling actually really helps with manifestation as well, which is something, you know, I'm all about. So taking this learning path has been super fun. But if there's anything that you want to develop further or a skill that you want to learn, I highly recommend checking out Skillshare and browsing through the different learning paths that they have curated, because it's so fun to just dive deeper and learn new things and grow and develop yourself. So no matter what you're wanting to do, even if you just want to learn a new skill just for you, or if you're wanting to professionally build new skills in order to make a business or take your life in a further direction, I highly recommend checking out Skillshare. And the first 500 people to click the link down below in the description box will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, which you can take so many classes within 1 month. And again, the first 500 people to click the link down below in the description box get a 1-month free trial. And thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right back into today's pick a card reading. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we have a new pick a card reading all about your life in 6 months from now. So if you're curious what your future has in store for you, what's going to be happening, what you're currently manifesting, and what your life is going to be like in the next 6 months, then you came to the right place. If you are new to these videos, I'm going to give you a quick little explanation about how it works. So as you can see, I have 5 different groups in front of me. Over here we have group number 1 with the crystal Nuumite on the top of it. So if you are drawn to group number 1, this is going to be your pile, whether you're drawn to just this card or this crystal. Group number 1 is going to be for you. Group number 2, we have this crystal of moon quartz. It is so pretty. It's also known as girasol. If you're drawn to group number 2, that's going to be your pile. Group number 3, we have the crystal malachite. If you are drawn to group number 3, that's going to reveal all about your future 6 months from now. Group number 4, we have this beautiful sunset aura quartz crystal. So if you are drawn to this group, that's going to be your pile. And then group number 5, we have this beautiful lepidolite heart. So if you are drawn to group number 5 and this crystal, then that is going to be your group, and it is going to reveal your life in the next 6 months. So whenever you are called to this video is timeless. That means whenever you are drawn to it, it is going to reveal your particular life within these next 6 months. And there's going to be timestamps linked down below in the comment box as well as the description box, so that you can skip right ahead to your personal prediction and get your reading, and that way you can easily navigate through this video. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, my group 1s, if this is your pile, let's go ahead and reveal your future in the next 6 months. All right, my group 1s, we have the lapis lazuli crystal and the pearl crystal as your 2 cards here. It's interesting that we also have angel number 22 and the number 9. So in numerology, the 1 + 8 is a 9. And this is the accumulation of a current chapter that you're in. So in 6 months from now, you're going to be sort of at this ending point where you're thinking about shedding the old and starting and opening something new. Perhaps you're already preparing for something like that. Maybe there's a big chapter that you know is going to come to a close within the next 6 months for you, and then you know that you're going to be prepping for something new. We also have the self-knowledge. This crystal is about the self-knowledge and inner wisdom. You're going to be learning so much more about yourself within these next 6 months and figuring out exactly what it is that you want and need. And lapis lazuli, Cleopatra actually used to crush the crystal lapis lazuli and use it as eyeshadow. So she would make it into a powder and use it as an eyeshadow. And it's also known for increasing self-confidence. But whenever I see this, I feel like you are going through some sort of glow up where you're realizing more about what it is that you want in your life, what it is that you like. And it's also a self-expression, being able to fully express yourself on the deepest levels. So if there's any parts of yourself that you may repress because you are afraid of judgment from other people, or perhaps, you never thought that you could step outside of your comfort zone and step into that new version of you. Maybe other people in your life always see you in a certain way, and therefore you never feel like you can expand out of that. Or whatever the case may be, there's a part of you that is being created and being realized right now. And it's another aspect of you where you're going to be stepping further into your confidence and further into who you truly are meant to be. And then the Pearl card is the nurture card, nurturing yourself in new ways. If you're dealing with anything right now where perhaps you've been neglecting your needs and that self-nurture and time to rejuvenate, if you've been neglecting giving yourself time to just relax and be and regenerate, the next 6 months is really teaching you how to give back to yourself and how to create a very solid foundation in your life. The angel number 22 indicates opening up new paths in your life. So it's a planning stage. If you're planning something right now, or if you're looking at your time and your schedule and you're like, I do need to revamp that. I do need to relook at that. Or even with your finances, the twos can be planning for your finances or planning for something that you desire to do in your future. Maybe there's something that you are wanting to save up for. Maybe there's a new chapter that you want to create in your life and you're like, hey, I need to get my ish together. I need to get my schedule on point. I need to get my finances on point, because maybe you're saving up for a new beginning, because the angel number 22, when you add it together, it is a 4. And the 4s are about your foundation. It's laying out a new foundation, but it's also security, safety, financial freedom, also building something new. So maybe building a particular career or planning to build a home or move somewhere. Maybe you're planning for something like this, and maybe it's going to take, some financial planning, some changes in your life to get to that point. But it's going to require also self-nurture, nurturing yourself, nurturing your finances, your growth. Angel number 22 is also deeply about self-improvement. So if you've been on a self-improvement journey lately, or if you've just been like, hey, I want to work on myself, or self-improvement doesn't even have to be just like, reading books and improving your personality. It can also be about, changing up your style, changing up your look. Like, self-improvement can take so many different forms. And that's something that I'm really seeing for you, is like this, kind of more wide and broad type of self-improvement, where maybe you're working on a lot of different areas of your life. We also have the full moon in Pisces, the forgiveness card. Ooh. Right when I looked at this, I felt like this is about self-forgiveness. Maybe you're forgiving yourself in these next 6 months for maybe you haven't met certain expectations. Maybe you have really high expectations on yourself. And this is about letting go and forgiving yourself. Maybe there hasn't been some self-nurture. Maybe we've been neglecting our inner wants and needs, or our other aspects of ourselves that need to be taken care of. The full moon in Pisces allows us to let that go. And Pisces is also a very creative type of energy as well. So perhaps there's something creative that you're wanting to do, something creative that you're going to be stepping into. And also with Pisces, it deals with our subconscious mind. There could be different things that you're letting go of that have maybe been bothering you on a deeper level. This could be like anxiety, worries about the future. If you have worries right now, and maybe you're on this video like, I just need reassurance that everything's going to be okay. Yes, everything is going to be okay. Forgive yourself. Let it go. Let go of the worries. Let go of the harshness that you might have on yourself. We also have full moon in Leo, go wild. This is time to let your wild side out, my love. Not be caged up, not hold yourself back. These next 6 months is about letting yourself loose, letting yourself speak your mind as well, and to step into the spotlight, to step into the radiance. Why do I feel like some of you want to grow out your hair? For some reason, this full moon in Leo is like, wanting to either grow out your hair or changing up something about your appearance so that when you step out into the world, you step out with more confidence. This could also be just like renewing your style or putting more effort and nurture into yourself to have this radiance and this confidence. Maybe you've gone through a time of like, again, not taking care of yourself as well as maybe you could have. And perhaps that has something to do with feeling maybe a lack of confidence lately, or a lack of inspiration, a lack of motivation. Sometimes when we get ourselves ready, it will literally change your motivation for the rest of the day. So you are letting go of different things that have been holding you back here, and I'm definitely seeing like a glow up in your life. And then we also have take a breather. Oh my goodness, if you have needed a break, the next 6 months is giving you that break. Start planning for it, start preparing for it, because your break is absolutely coming. Okay, take a breather. Perhaps even breathing exercises is gonna be like really powerful for you. If you ever have done like breath work, or if you've ever been in therapy and they talk about like coming back to your breath and practicing certain breathing exercises, you'd be surprised how much it works and how calm it can make you. It's pretty wild. So it's interesting, we have Pisces, Leo, and Cancer as the zodiac signs coming up from these particular cards. And we have 2 full moons. So yeah, shedding a phase. Like the next 6 months is about you ending an old cycle. Maybe there's certain things that you want to stop doing. Maybe there's certain things that you want to start getting rid of in your life. And this next 6 months is really calling for that. The ending of old cycles, old chapters, stepping further into your radiance, creating a routine that you're putting effort into yourself. It's going to increase your confidence. It's going to increase your energy, your radiance, your ability to just have that willpower and that motivation in your life. So let's go ahead and see what else we get for you here. And Cancer is so much about self-care as well. So it's so interesting that we have that coming up for you. So much more self-care. Letting go of the neglect. Yeah, okay, so the devil is also showing up for you, which can indicate that we feel chained by something. Maybe there's also something that is making us feel repressed, or we feel stuck and bound to it. We either feel stuck by our finances, or we feel stuck and bound to a relationship that's not good for us. This could also be stuck and bound to different addictions that we know are just holding us back. This could also be stuck and bound with things in our own mind by saying like, oh, I can't do this because then this person's gonna judge me, or this person's gonna think this way, or what if this happens, what if that happens? Like the devil keeps us chained and oppressed and addicted to things that are not good for us. So what in your life does that currently resonate with? Maybe it resonates with multiple aspects of your life. The next 6 months is about you facing that and realizing that. Perhaps this is something that's even unconscious for you right now, and you're not even realizing that you're stuck to these things. Maybe it's just felt so real that, you know, we can't do these things because of what this person might think, what that person might say. Maybe we felt stuck by our finances, even though there are ways around things, right? So like if you're wanting to begin something, but maybe you don't have the money to invest in the top of the line equipment, that's okay, because you can start with whatever you have now. There's always options, there's always ways. If there's a will, there's a way, okay? And don't let the devil give you the illusion that you are stuck and repressed and that it's not possible, because the devil will try to tell you that your dreams and your desires and your goals are not possible. The devil will try to give you these illusions like, oh, you might as well settle for this toxic relationship because you don't deserve better, or there's probably nothing out there that's better, blah, 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 blah. Like that's the devil's illusions. It gives us those reasonings, and then sometimes we feel like, oh no, I can't stop eating junk food, or I can't break this habit, I can't break this addiction because I'm just stuck by it, it's stronger than me. No, oh my God, that's BS, okay? You are not stuck by that. You do have the power within you. Look at the full moon in Leo. Leo is that power energy. This is about going wild and breaking out of those chains, breaking out of those barriers, forgiving yourself for even staying stuck there and not realizing it before. Forgive yourself for ever doubting in your abilities, and let's step into our power. Leo is that power energy, the lion. Like, let's just roar, break free. Like, I really see you breaking free out of a lot of that old stuck energy. Whenever you felt, I feel like also you've been feeling drained of energy. But I also feel like this is because of your current routines and habits. Ooh, spirit is coming through strong right now with a lot of stuff. Okay, if you lack energy, if you lack motivation, if you've been going through a time of feeling uninspired, it is because, for one, sometimes you just need to push yourself. You first forgive yourself, okay? And then step into that nurture and use that self-knowledge to realize, okay, you know what? When I just sit around and I'm not putting effort into myself, I'm not putting effort into my dreams, I'm not moving forward, and I succumb to the laziness, or I succumb to the bad habits, or I succumb to those negative thoughts, that's just what's gonna keep you here. It is literally going to steal your energy, right? But when you step into, okay, self-forgiveness, let me become aware of those patterns, that self-knowledge. Let me take a breather for a second. Let me get back to nurturing myself, and let me unhinge myself. Let me get wild. And even though I don't feel like it, let me just push myself to get ready today and then see if it makes me feel better. Let me push myself to like eat healthy today and not succumb to the, negative habits. And let's see how that makes me feel energetically. This self-knowledge, I feel like you're gonna be experimenting with these things over the next 6 months, and it's really gonna help you close out and end these old chapters and patterns that have been really keeping you stuck and keeping you in that loop of those illusions that have been, again, working against you, and they haven't been working in your favor. So it's time to let those things go. And all of us go through them, so I don't want you to feel bad about that. I don't want you to listen to that and be like, no, time to be even more harsh on myself. Like, no, my love. We all go through these things, every single one of us. Do not be hard on yourself for it. Instead, again, use that self-knowledge, use that nurture energy, be kind to yourself, my love, because would you ever talk to a best friend that way? Would you ever talk to the love of your life that way? No, probably not, okay? So look at yourself as your best friend. Become your best friend. Unhinge yourself. Start to talk confidently to yourself. Like, what would you tell a friend that's in the same situation? You'd probably tell them like, hey, you are so worthy, you are so beautiful, you are so capable, you have so much potential within you, and I see it, let's go. Okay? Like, that's what you would tell a best friend. So it's time to start talking to yourself that way, right? Allow your radiance to start coming through, because my love, the next 6 months is all about that. It's all about that journey, and I feel like you've already been doing some of those things, and the next 6 months is going to allow you to put in the work. No wonder we had all this self-improvement energy coming through. This is your month of putting in the work. I do feel like you're going to have somebody here to kind of help you, whether this is a friend. I feel like this is possibly an earth sign friend, is something that I'm feeling. Or this could even be like working with a therapist, or I do feel like this is kind of more of a friend for the most part, for most of you. Although it could also be like a therapist or something, but they're most likely an earth sign, which is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus energy. And I feel like this person's going to be helping you a lot, but I also feel like this is you deeply helping yourself. So I don't want you to just give credit to the person, because you're also the one really doing the work here. But I just see you being more productive, and certain things that have maybe felt difficult for you to carry, difficult for you to finish and handle and get things together, I just see you getting stuff together. I'm fully seeing like somebody's also really wanting to help you, or at least provide you the motivation that you need. And it's helping you get that stuff done. And all of a sudden, I also see this as your finances increasing. Maybe somebody's going to sit down with you and give you advice on like how to get your finances together. And then this could also be somebody helping you clear out your home, or this could be improving you. You might have a friend who's like really good at styling or makeup, or has like some advice that they want to give you, and then you're going to be like inspired by that, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Or you're going to be like putting in the work, kind of doing your research on how to have your own glow up here, is something that I'm seeing. But yeah, also when it comes to any goals that you have, I see like you're gonna have a buddy or a friend or somebody that's helping you reach that goal. Perhaps you're getting a gym membership, and then you're gonna get like a personal training session or something like this, or you have somebody like a friend to go with, or whatever. I'm just seeing this collaborative opportunity that's helping you in your self-improvement, and also helping you reach a particular goal 6 months from now. And this friend, this person has a lot of wisdom to bestow on you, and is gonna help you feel so much more motivated to get stuff done. Oh, and then we also have the Page of Pentacles, so a lot of Pentacle cards. This next 6 months is so much about your material world, reaching particular goals in your life. This is also about the things that you own and have. Why am I looking at this card thinking you are saving up for something big? And I kind of felt that a little bit in the beginning, like perhaps you're saving up for something. And yeah, okay, anyway, even what this card says at the top, which is kind of like really similar to what I'm like really feeling here, is manifestation, financial opportunity, goal-oriented, okay? Like it's even gifts, planning, and this is everything that we've been talking about so far. I feel like this is you planning so much for your future, and if there's something that you've been wanting to get started on the next 6 months, you have already started it. The Page is like the messenger, and they're also the beginning of a journey. They're kind of like when you first step into something and maybe you don't fully know the entirety of it yet. Like for example, when you first start going to the gym and you're like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm here, I'm showing up, and you're learning along the way. Like that's the Page energy. It's the beginning of a goal, and it's the starting of something. So there is something that you are totally beginning in the next 6 months, and it has the potential to get you far. The Pentacle energy is the energy that can get you far, and something that can be very long lasting. So if you're wanting to create a new habit and you're wanting this habit to be a long lasting habit, there's that Page energy. I'm also randomly feeling like you're going to be cleaning up your diet. When I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing cleaning up your diet and getting a schedule together and a financial plan or other things that you're actually really proud of. You're like really proud of these things. And I'm also looking at this card and seeing a little bit of minimalism. I know I'm seeing so many different things, but hopefully all of this is like making sense. Again, it is a general reading, so I like to point out all the different things that I'm seeing in a general reading, and that was all that I'm seeing there. We also have the Death card, and it is in the reversed position, which can indicate that we're doing more of an internal shift. So within these next 6 months, I think there's a lot changing for you internally. And I'm also getting this message that like, for some reason Spirit wants me to talk about this. Whenever you make a change, sometimes the people around us don't see that change in us because they're so used to seeing us a certain way. So whenever we say hi to them, even if we're that changed person on the inside, they tend to not see that right away. Even if we've changed things on the outside, the people who know us or who have known us for a long time still see us as that old version. Do not let that cloud your ability to change. Okay? Because eventually those people will see it. But the only reason, like, it's not their fault for, still seeing you in those old ways. It's just that's their vision of you right now because they've known you for so long. So it's hard for them to see what a major change that you might be doing on your own, right? So don't let that discourage you and don't let that stop you from your change. That's a big message that came through there. Okay, let's get one more of our tarot cards, then we're gonna dive into some more oracle and stuff. So your life in the next 6 months. I also feel like there's something that you've been really wanting to leave, but you haven't had the courage to do it. But there's something that you've been really wanting to leave behind. Like this could be a career, but you still feel stuck to it because of finances or something. But this is like working on something new. Or you feel stuck or chained to a relationship for whatever reason. Maybe you guys live together and there's still a lot to sort out with that. Maybe you're wanting to leave that because it's not good for you. But look at all this that's starting. There's a new beginning happening for you. There's a whole new beginning. What is it that you're leaving behind? But there is something big that you're going to be working on leaving behind because you know it's not good for you to stay. And if you need that confirmation, like you should not stay stuck in this. The thing that's making you feel stuck, work on ways, and you're going to be working on ways of releasing that and releasing yourself from it, because don't convince yourself that it's good to stay when you're feeling like this, when you're feeling trapped, you're feeling stuck, and you know that it's not a place that you want to stay. That is a message coming through. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? My group ones. Also the crystal Nuumite, so you chose the crystal Nuumite. This is known as a philosopher's crystal. It is really good for manifestation, but it's also really good for breaking free and breaking old habits, and also protecting us and giving us that courage. Like the little flecks in here are known as the little flecks of like courage and the little flecks of strength and light that are guiding you to a new beginning, to a new phase. Let your light shine. That is the message of this crystal. So, diving into some more cards here. There we go. We got our extra cards. So let's see. We also have Queen of Pentacles being reversed. And then we also have the 10 of Swords upright. Okay. So, there is definitely something that has been weighing on you, but that is ending. The 10s always symbolize the end of a chapter. If you've had back pain lately, it might be because you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world. You feel like you're carrying way too many responsibilities. If you've also felt like you've been stabbed in the back by somebody, or if somebody is taking advantage of you, if somebody is taking, and look at, we have more pentacle energy. If somebody in your past, why am I getting a Capricorn sign? Possibly a Capricorn. We've had a lot of different zodiac signs show up. But anyway, if there is somebody that has been taking advantage of your kindness, or you have not been setting proper boundaries, this is the end of that. This is absolutely the end of that. Queen of Pentacles being reversed here as well. Boundaries is something that you are learning how to speak, to uphold, and knowing your worth. That is what all of this has been teaching you, and that is the lesson within this, is to know your worth. And to also be able to put your mind and set your sights on something, to set your sights on a goal, but to have dedication with it and not give up the second it gets hard. Because sometimes when we start something and we don't see progress right away, and it's, you know, the seed that we plant, it's all of a sudden not blooming a flower in a week from now, and sometimes we give up. But the thing is, we'll give up and walk away, but we don't realize that that flower needed 6 months before it could bloom. But it needed that nurture, it needed that time, it needed that care, right? Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on your goals, your dreams, because the Page of Pentacles can turn into the Queen of Pentacles upright, and it can also turn into the King of Pentacles, where we have blossomed something that now is evergreen. It is so sustainable. It is so abundant. We are so proud of it. And now it's just our automatic nature to be that goal, to have that goal. It's like attaining that particular goal and being able to have it for the rest of your life. But the only way to do that is to not give up on it, to continue through even when it gets hard. And that's something that's coming through as well. That is another little side message there. So diving into some more cards, we also have the full moon. I'm not even surprised that this card is coming up for you, because we had 2 full moons here already. This is the time of letting go. It's the time of shedding. Full moons are also the harvest. So if you want to harvest and reap the rewards of your goal, start now, do not give up. And something that Spirit wants you to know is that 6 months from now, you can already be reaping the rewards of your hard work if you start now and you stay consistent. Consistency is key to making a goal happen, right? There's gonna be something where you are able to reap the rewards of your hard work 6 months from now if you start now. And if you've already started something, if you just planted a new seed or started a new goal or something like this, again, I just want to make it clear, if you stay consistent with it, 6 months from now, you are going to be reaping the rewards of that, my love. You are going to be absolutely reaping the rewards of that. And 6 months is not a long time, so that's pretty amazing. We also have the zodiac sign of Gemini coming through. So this is, somebody's going to be helping you. There's going to be a friend that has your back and is helping you with this goal. Perhaps this is also somebody that you're working with that's helping you achieve a particular goal for the harvest season. Okay, we also have conjunction. This is a lot of stuff accumulating. This is also things happening at the right place at the right time. Okay. And then we also have the first quarter, making decisions, obstacles, taking action, and momentum. All these cards beautifully resonant with your reading. Okay, and then diving into any last cards for you. And then I also want to dive a little bit into our Astro Dice just to get a little bit more information on the people that are going to be in your life. But anyway, let's see what we get in this little deck here. My group ones. What else is going to be happening for you 6 months from now? Feather and the key. Ooh! Feather is like a message floating in the wind. There might be a big message that you end up getting, or like a thought that maybe you're slightly entertaining right now and it feels just like a small thought, but it has the potential to completely unlock a new future for you. It has that potential to completely unlock a new future, and that's the key. If there's anything that you're confused about right now and you're like, I need the answer, the answer is going to be coming to you. And I feel like you slightly already know the answer. Come on, like you have the little tiny inkling inside of you where you already kind of know the answer to your question already. And that is the key. That's your answer. That is the key to your success. That is the key to your dreams, goals, and desires. You already slightly know the answer, and it is within, my love. So that is what we have over here. I'm gonna restart the camera really quick just so it doesn't cut out. Okay, and then our Astro Dice. Let's go ahead and take our zodiac sign dice. We're gonna roll it 3 times just to get the top 3 most likely zodiac signs to be in your life in 6 months from now. Let's see. We have Pisces energy coming through, and we had Pisces energy here too, so that makes sense. We also have Pisces and Cancer. Spirit's just like I said what I said. These 3 cards, those are the most likely zodiac signs. That'd be really funny if we get Leo next. We have Capricorn, and Capricorn is one of those signs that I was picking up on. So yeah, that makes total sense. I was feeling like a Capricorn energy in your life as well. So those are our most likely zodiac signs to be in your life over these next 6 months. Let's go ahead and roll these now together to get any last information for you. So the North Node, your destiny, your purpose in the zodiac sign of Sagittarius in the 12th house. This is time for a lot of self-improvement. I feel like a lot of this self-improvement is happening on an internal level. Being able to trust yourself, to trust what you feel, right? And not undermine yourself, not say like, oh, it's silly that I'm feeling this way. Let me just try to repress that. No, you feel those things for a reason because they're guiding you. Your feelings are your inner GPS that are always guiding you, okay? And if you feel like you need to leave something behind, if you feel like you need to let something go, trust that. Because that is there for a reason. And this is your time of expansion. This is your time of following your path forward, to not stay stuck. The North Node says, let's move forward. And I think you're moving forward in your mind mentally and also expanding your mind of what's possible for you. That is the next 6 months, expanding your mind of what you believe is possible for you. So that is what we have here. Thank you so much for joining me here for your reading all about the next 6 months. I'm sending you so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number 2s, if you chose this pile, this is gonna be a reading, so let's go ahead and dive right in. My group 2s, we have insight and we have communication. Your next 6 months is all about opening up your intuition deeper, perhaps even a spiritual awakening, or working on your spiritual gifts such as psychic insight or trusting your gut instincts, and then also communication. Communication is a big one here. So perhaps you're wanting to get better at communicating your thoughts, your feelings. Perhaps you're wanting to get better at communication in terms of like teaching, or maybe there's something here with communication though. Perhaps some of you are wanting to like start a podcast, or to start a YouTube channel, or to start something where you are communicating, perhaps teaching, perhaps communicating in other ways. This could even be just simple as opening up communication better in your own personal life, because maybe you're wanting to better communicate your wants, your needs, your desires, right? Communication can also be writing. Maybe you're wanting to improve writing, or that's going to be something that's going to be happening. Maybe you're wanting to do something with that, with writing or using your voice. And the insight is so deeply connected to your spiritual gifts. I also see you learning things, gaining insight on what it is that you need to, or not need to, but I guess gaining insight on like a particular topic of your next path in life, the next chapter in your life. This could also be gaining insight deeper on, some of you might be working on something that requires either writing or using your voice. You might be working on it, and you might be waiting for particular insight, particular inspiration on what that's going to look like, or to piece it together further. Something like this. So very exciting. My group number 2s. I'm so curious what it is that you are working on here. Let's dive in deeper. We also have full moon in Aquarius, which is all about be real. So first off, when we have Aquarius show up, there might be a significant Aquarius person in your life. That could be somebody that's showing up here, but also the be real energy. Communicating your truth, being real, showing up authentically, not feeling like you need to put on a mask for other people, not feeling like you need to be overly critical of your words, of your thoughts, of your feelings, right? Some of us, we wear masks when we're in front of people. Sometimes we even do it in front of our friends because we're like, oh, I just want to I don't want to upset anybody. Sometimes we even do it in front of the person that we are in a relationship with, because again, we're wanting to people please. We want them to be happy. So sometimes we wear masks, or sometimes we do it because we don't want to reveal a side of ourselves that we deem unworthy or we deem unacceptable. And so we repress that, right? And that's no bueno. We probably don't feel good when we do that because we feel inauthentic. It doesn't make us feel good to repress things or to not be ourselves. And I think one of your things that you're going to be so realizing and working on in these next 6 months is hey, I just want to be real. I want to show up as the real me, and I don't want to put so much emphasis on what other people think or what's the proper way to be or what other people expect of me or whatever. Oh, sorry, I'm kicking my camera. But yeah, the full moon is all about shedding as well. Shedding anything that makes you insecure in this area, anything that you are deeming unworthy. Oh my gosh. I just felt from spirit this biggest, it almost feels like you're wearing this huge, massive coat and you're just dragging it around and these are all what you think other people's expectations are. This is all that weight on yourself, that pressure that you put on yourself to be proper, to be a certain way, to you're very, there's a lot of weight that's on you right now. And I just saw from spirit, they were showing you removing that coat in these next 6 months. And I see you no longer carrying that around. And the amount of freedom, the amount of lightness, the amount of just weight lifted, it almost makes me feel like you all of a sudden will just start flying because you don't have that anymore. And all of a sudden, wherever you're feeling stuck right now within your communication or within your path forward or with any of this, wherever you're feeling stuck, I just feel this energy you're gonna be able to lift off. You're gonna be able to take off, and being able to speak your realness, being able to show up as the real you. Oh, it's just going to be beautiful. So yeah. Anyway, next card that we have the first quarter moon in Leo, which is the opposite of Aquarius. So that's interesting. 2 opposing signs here, but this one says be humble. Be humble. I feel you also getting more grounded energy. I also feel you're getting grounded in your ability to be real without, because I feel maybe in your head right now, you're thinking, oh, to be real, it must mean that I have to always speak my mind. And then I'm going to be that really annoying, assertive, person who's never taking into consideration anybody else's feelings. I feel you want to avoid that, right? Which has maybe caused you to be in this shell. However, there's a balance with this. Spirit is like, no, you're looking at this wrong right now. There's a balance with this where we can be real, but we can also be humble at the same time. We can also still be open to us being wrong sometimes, but we can still show up as the real version of ourselves. We can still be like, you know what, I do disagree with that because I think blah, 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 blah. We can still control our emotions while at the same time honoring our authenticity. For some reason, that message is coming through. So anyway, that's what we have there. And then we also have, we have another Aquarius card here. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. Reflect on your priorities. There's different things that in your life, maybe you have a lot going on right now. Like a lot of things to do. A lot of stuff is piling up. And the next 6 months, you're going to be narrowing down what is the most important for you. There is certain goals that I feel like you have that are tied to this ability to communicate and be real and show up as the authentic version of you. I feel like there's certain goals that you have that are tied to that. And maybe you've had these goals for a while and perhaps they haven't been manifesting or coming true yet because we've been putting them on the back burner because, again, it requires us stepping outside of our comfort zone, and perhaps that's a scary road to be on. But the next 6 months, I really feel like you don't want to fall on that same boat where things are taking too much time and where it feels like you're not making progress. And I see you siphoning down what are your priorities, and you're going to be moving ahead on all of this stuff, and it's going to really help unhinge you and also help you reach a bunch of goals that have been currently repressed because of our all of this stuff that we're talking about. So anyway, diving into our tarot cards, we have the Page of Swords, which is also all about communication and being authentic, being real. There could also be something that you're planning in your future, and this is at the early planning stages of it. Maybe this is you right now at the early planning stages and the thinking stages about, how is this going to unfold? How do I want this to unfold? And I see you learning so much more about writing, communication, opening your voice, cutting down old walls as well. It's going to really help you be more free and to be more authentic. We also have the Hermit being reversed, no longer hiding in a cave, no longer staying hermit mode. Perhaps that's something that you've been doing whenever you felt like, I don't want to step outside of my comfort zone. Perhaps we've just been the hermit and we just crawl into a cage. We crawl into our cave. Not a cage, but yeah, a cave. The next 6 months, you're totally out of that cave. I see you fully out of that cave, and I see things moving forward in your life, especially if they've felt stuck because of this. Things are moving forward, things are happening. Any sort of ideas or projects or wants or needs that have relied on your ability to come out of your shell, to communicate more openly, to have that flow of energy, all of those things are going to start moving forward for you. I see you also having an opportunity to step more into a spotlight. So this could be as simple as you stepping more into your own spotlight by communicating what it is you want and need, your boundaries and all of that. This could also be as much as stepping into the spotlight by saying, you know what, I'm going to now take these opportunities to start that podcast, start writing that book, or start doing these other things. I just see you kind of stepping a bit more into that spotlight energy, especially with the Hermit card being reversed as well. There's more spotlight energy coming out here. Let's see what else we get. We also have the Ace of Swords. There's new opportunities coming into your life because of this. And this, I almost see this as a promise that you're making to yourself. There's some sort of promise that you're like, hey, I'm gonna grab hold of that and I'm promising myself that I'm gonna do this. I see, absolute promise being made to yourself. The ability to cut through any old fears, any old reasonings that used to hold you back, all of these old reasonings like, no, you're not ready yet, wait more time, or any other excuse that used to come up. You're making a promise to yourself to uphold. Let's see what else we have for you. We also have the Nine of Swords being reversed. I think honestly, you're gonna realize that all those old fears that used to hold you back have no basis. The Nine of Swords, when this card is reversed, is the most amazing position for this card to be in, because it indicates that we're letting go of our anxieties and our worries, and we're also realizing that those things didn't even manifest in the first place. So all those things that you used to be scared of or worried of, like, oh, the judgment, or oh, what about this, or oh, what about that? What if I lose this friend because of this? Or what if this happens? Or, you know, what if I go out in the spotlight and start making my podcast, and what if everyone laughs at me? What if this happens? What if I choke on my words? What if I stumble? What if I write this book and everyone thinks it's crap? Like, all these different things, right? All these different worries. You're gonna get out there and you're gonna start moving forward on this stuff within these next 6 months, and you're gonna realize, like, none of those things mattered, and they didn't even happen. They didn't even occur. I gave them so much thought, I gave them so much energy, and they didn't even happen. So why was I worrying about those things in the first place? And I think that there's gonna be kind of like a funny laugh that you have with yourself of like, oh my goodness, why was I even worried about that? So that's gonna be really liberating, really freeing. And I just see you being so liberated in these next 6 months, and so proud of yourself for having started this journey and broken through those old walls. I just see you finding your voice. I see you finding your authenticity, and it's just going to be so beautiful. I also see you following your intuition more, but your mind, oh my goodness, we have all these sword cards, right? Which are connected to the air signs, and we have a lot of air sign energy here. So it's a lot of Aquarius, a lot of Gemini, a lot of Libra. And whenever we have a lot of air signs come up, it means that we've been very in our head. We might have a lot of ideas, and you're great at thinking of those ideas, but then you're also really great at psyching yourself out of those ideas and coming up with all the reasons why you shouldn't do something, because your brain is, you've been too focused in the headspace and not moving to the next stage, which is acting on, ooh, the emotions. Let's put the oomph in this. Let's go ahead and take action with the wand energy, and let's go ahead and make it more solid with the pentacle energy, you know? Like, we've been staying too stuck in the realm of our mind. So let's dive further in to your reading, my group 2s. It's also interesting. You have the moon quartz, which is a crystal that is amazing for manifestation and also opening up your intuition. It's very connected to the moon, which is all of our intuitive energies, which we had our intuition, intuitive insight card here, and also our communication card. Quartz is an amplifying manifesting stone. It helps you amplify your energy and it helps you amplify your manifestations. But moon quartz, girasol, is connected very much to the lunar energies, which helps you tap into your intuition as well, and also helps with calmness. So, very interesting that we have that one coming through. Let's see what else we get for you, my love, my group 2s. I feel like almost no other cards are wanting to come out, but of course, right when I say that, we have 3 more. Okay, perfect. So we also have judgment being reversed, letting go of judgment, letting go of that harshness, wherever you're currently judging yourself. I feel like you have actually been, for the past little while, maybe judging yourself pretty harshly and maybe thinking like, oh, why do I even have this issue? Why am I even like this? Or blah, blah, blah. Maybe there's been a lot of judgments there. I really think 6 months from now, you're gonna be laughing at yourself being like, why did I put so much emphasis on that? Why? Like I can even laugh right now just feeling your energy, looking back and being like, it was fine the whole time. It was fine the whole time, okay? And then we also have the 3 of Wands coming through, which is being on a journey. You're gonna be in the midst of a new journey 6 months from now. And you're gonna be looking at the horizons of what's possible for you, because I feel like as you unlock this new stage, all of a sudden it's gonna open up more opportunity for you. There's literally gonna be more opportunities coming through. Oh, and with the Ace of Swords, you might be agreeing to something. You might have somebody offering you something, or you might have a new idea 6 months from now because you've now unlocked all of this energy. There's gonna be a new idea, and in fact, many new ideas of like, whoa, look at where I could take this. There's so many places I could take this. There's so many things I could do from this space. This is gonna be so fun. You're literally unlocking like new potentials for you that, I'm just so excited for you, to say the least. I'm very curious what's going to be in the works for you and how this is all going to play out. But yes, everything looks amazing. We also have the Page of Cups, which is all about a new idea. And this is also stepping into your uniqueness, finding your unique approach to it. So if there is something that you're wanting to do, such as like a podcast, a book, writing a song, whatever it is, you are kind of finding and defining your own uniqueness in that space in these next 6 months. And you're like, ooh, I could put my unique spin on this in this particular way. And you're just going to be discovering so much more about how you want to show up as this new version of you, as the more authentic version of you. You're embracing your uniqueness and seeing what a positive that is, rather than feeling like, oh, I need to repress that. I need to try to be like everybody else. No. Oh my goodness. I feel like everyone's uniqueness is what makes them the most perfect and most inspiring person. We don't want a replica of everyone else. We don't want everyone to show up the same. The part that's beautiful about like podcasts is the fact that they're all different. They all have their unique niches. We don't want 2 of the same podcast. We don't need that. There's already one. Why would we want another one of the exact same thing, right? We want uniqueness. We want something new. So when we show up as our authentic version of ourselves, and we don't have to put on filters to try to please everyone or to try to whatever, it's like people are going to be disappointed no matter what. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be people, like I get feedback all the time of people being like, you should be more like this or you should be more like that. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm just going to show up as me and like call it a day, because that's just me. I'm not going to try, because at the end of the day, you cannot please everyone. You know what I mean? You literally cannot please everyone, but there will be people who are in alignment with you. And you'll only find that once you start honoring who you really are, rather than trying to please everyone else. One of the most amazing things that I read once was, why are you working so hard to please the people that don't like you, rather than just being yourself and amplifying the relationships and the dynamic that you have with the people that do like you, right? You know what I mean? Like if we work so hard to please the people that don't like us, we're then being a little bit more fake. We're not honoring our authenticity, right? And at the same time, within doing that, we're gonna lose the relationships that are resonant with us, because now we're working so hard to be something that we're not, which is an energy that's not resonating with the things that would naturally resonate with us, right? So it's like we're moving the opposite direction of what we want. That's why being authentic is so powerful. It's so important, because it will amplify the relationships and the things that are resonant with you, which is what you want to amplify anyway. Everyone's different. There's a mix of everything to please anyone. If somebody doesn't like you, they can go find somebody else that they do like. You don't need to try to fit in their bubble. You don't need to try to fit in their box. Why am I going on this tangent? I don't know. Anyway, hopefully that made sense or helped in some way, shape, or form. I also have my astrology cards that we're going to get into, and I feel like I pulled way more for your group than any other group. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. We have the, why am I brain farting right now? The 9th house. So the 9th house energy is wisdom, knowledge, expansion. It can also indicate travel and higher learning. It's also the house of the teacher. So perhaps some of you are wanting to step into a realm where you are teaching something or expressing, because this is also the house of expression, and also expressing your uniqueness, having your own unique view that you're then teaching or expressing, right? And again, it can also indicate that you're traveling somewhere. So there could also be an opportunity for you to travel somewhere that you've never been before within these next 6 months. And usually this is long distance travel. It's like, you know, another country type of travel. So I'm seeing that for you here. We also have the energy of Libra showing up in your life. So there could be a significant Libra relationship in your life in the next 6 months. You also might be a Libra, but Libra energy is also when we're balancing things out. So if you've needed to balance things in your life a little bit better, balancing your work, personal life, this is going to be happening as well. Libra also knows a lot about communication and fair, humble, yet authentic communication. There's a balance there. Okay, we also have opposition. So I think you're shifting directions. I almost see this as you shifting directions, whereas we used to be trying to like people please, or we used to be trying to, we weren't necessarily being authentic, and then so like flip 180, going in the opposite direction. We realized that we were moving in the opposite direction than we were supposed to be. So, yep, you're going to be doing that 180 flip, and it's going to be one of the best decisions that you've ever made. We also have the 11th house, I connect. Oh, I think you're gonna be making a new friend. The next 6 months, you're gonna be making a new friend. And they might actually be that Libra energy that I was picking up on. They could be a Libra for some of you. Anyway, the 11th house is about new friendships. It's also about being more social, and it can also indicate groups, group activities, working in a group. It can also indicate new innovations, new technology. Ooh, that's something, ooh. I'm actually curious, Spirit's telling me to look at the next card really quick. Oh yeah, okay, so the moon. There, you could be buying new technology in these next 6 months. Maybe there's something that you really want to buy in order to improve something, or in order to make a dream happen, or something like this. The next 6 months, I see you buying something that's going to improve whatever it is that you're doing, and I see it being like a technology investment. So upgrade in technology. The moon card is stepping into the unknown, facing fears, also listening to your intuition, which also we had, the intuitive insights. I feel like you're going to gain a lot of intuitive insights. I also feel like your third eye and your intuition is actually unlocking so much more. So if you've doubted your gut instincts, if you've been doubting your intuition, if you've been questioning your inner wisdom, these next 6 months are going to help you amplify the relationship you have with your intuition to where you begin trusting it a lot more, and it becomes very strong. So if you've been needing your inner guidance and you're like, oh my God, inner guidance, where are you? I need you to tell me what's right and what's wrong and where I need to go and all of that. That's going to be amplified and becoming way stronger in these next 6 months. And then we also have Vesta. Vesta is a very powerful kind of like placement in astrology. Wherever your Vesta is, it can indicate major shifts, major changes. And it's also what we are devoted to, like a place where there's a lot of focus, there's a lot of amplification there. So these next 6 months, I feel like there's going to be something that's calling you to have major focus. And it's almost going to cause this big shift of like, oh, I need to focus in this direction now. I need to start focusing on this thing. And I think this is all coming. I feel like this is something that you've been thinking about. You've been planning this. You've been wanting this for a while. You've been wanting to focus in this direction, but perhaps there's been fears around it. Now, in these next 6 months, you're now devoted in this new section. You're devoted in this new realm. And this could be dealing with being around friends more, making a particular friendship. There could also be group stuff happening. Writing, communication, all things that deal with that, all things that deal in that realm. So, wow, that is what we have there. And then, yes, also some sort of travel to somewhere that you've never been before. Very exciting stuff. And also expansion, because the 9th house is also just tons of expansion. So let's go ahead and see what else we get for you, my group 2s. Let's go ahead and see any last messages for my group 2s for these next 6 months. Let's see, we have the Sphinx. Ooh, that's powerful. We also have the flag. I think that for one, I'm getting this surrendering energy, surrendering to those different fears and being like, you know what, if it happens, it happens. Let me just surrender to it and let me just continue to move forward regardless of the failures, the flops that might happen along the way. This is like having the courage to go through anyway and surrender to the path, realizing that those things are inevitable, and if they do happen, they happen, and that's okay. And then we also have the Sphinx energy. This is a very powerful, magical energy. If you've been wanting to like up level your intuition, I see this as your third eye activating. Then we also have the sun, and then we also have the tree. The tree, oh, planting a seed. Okay, here's a message for you, and this is a beautiful message to end us off here. The sun, we need it to grow, right? But we also need the rain, we need the water, we need all the different seasons. You have been planting a seed, an idea, but now it's time to step outside of the cave in order to start growing this idea, in order to start blossoming in this direction. We need to be truthful, authentic. That all deals with the sun energy, because the sun is radiant. It radiates out. It is always authentic, right? It's always shining. Even on a cloudy day, the sun is still beaming and shining, right? The sun beams and shines whether people want it to or not. And some people have to like close their curtains because they're like, I don't want to see the sun today. But the sun beams regardless. So if you have any insecurities of like people shutting you down, people rejecting you, people judging you, there's always going to be people doing that. There's people that do that to the sun every day. There's people that are just like, I don't want the sun today. Or, you know, why is it so bright out? Or why is it not bright enough? Why is it cloudy today? You know, all these different things. People judge that all the time, you know, and, you know, in the different seasons, some people are like, oh, the sun's going down early. Ugh, I don't like that. Or it's like, oh, the sun's staying out way too late. Or, you know, all these different things. It's never going to please everybody. But does the sun care? Does the sun try to change? No. It's just the sun. The sun is the sun. It's itself. All times, everywhere, regardless, always. And the sun is needed to grow. So I feel like this is you stepping into your authenticity. This is your chance and time. That you always have a chance to grow. But yes, this is your time to grow, to take that seed and take it far. Go where you have always dreamed to go. This is your time. The next 6 months is all about you doing that. And the fact that we have the tree indicates that the seed has already grown so much. So whatever seed that you're planting right now as you're listening to this, over these next 6 months, you will have already seen progress in that realm. It is already fruiting and flowering, and leaves are already growing on the tree, which means the harvest season is coming up. So that is what we have here. My beautiful group number 2s, all about the next 6 months for you. It looks like there's definitely something you're thinking about doing in regards to communication, improving it, becoming more authentic, or doing something such as podcasting, YouTubing, or using your voice for something, writing. So that looks amazing. And this is all about your journey of unhinging yourself and diving even deeper into that realm, making those dreams happen. Whew, I'm so excited for you, my group 2s. This is a very exciting reading, and I'm really excited to see what you create out there and stepping more into that authenticity, because you're beautiful just as you are. We all have imperfections, and you do not need to be perfect in order to shine. Okay? You do not need to, I'm just gonna say that one again. You do not need to be perfect in order to shine. You do not need to have everything figured out in order to start moving forward, in order to start being you, in order to start taking action on your dreams. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect. Just dive in and let it develop, because you're always blooming, you're always blossoming, you're always developing, you're always growing, and that's beautiful. So, my love, let's begin. Anyway, that is all that we have here for you today. I'm sending you so much love, my group number 2s, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number 3s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be a reading revealing your next 6 months and what's going to be happening and all the different things that are occurring to make your life look different. Anyway, you get the point. Let's go ahead and dive right into your reading. Okay, my love, we have growing together, conversion, and also successful love as the cards coming out for you. So a couple different messages that I'm getting here is, for one, I feel like your relationships are going to be improving in these next 6 months. And there could also be like a next phase or stage happening in your love life. If you are currently single, I think you might be meeting somebody that has the potential to be a long-lasting relationship in these next 6 months. If you are talking to somebody or are with somebody or anything like that, I think that this relationship is going to be growing to the next level in the next 6 months, such as going steady, moving in together, getting engaged, something like this. But there's something here where your love life is definitely improving and taking on to the next level. I'm also getting a message for those of you that are kind of like career focused, career oriented. The conversion card is when we are kind of converting clients to more sales. or gaining more money, making some better conversion rates. If that's something that you've been working on, like maybe you own a business or something like that, I am absolutely seeing that there is going to be more money coming in. It's also interesting that you chose Malachite, because Malachite's literally, oh my God, I can't even believe that I put this crystal on this group considering the messages that are already coming through. Malachite is the crystal that amplifies our heart chakra and also calls in more money. It's an abundance crystal for amplifying your ability to make more money, create more opportunities and things like that. And also to amplify your love life. And that's literally what we have going on over here. Conversion, when we're talking about your relationships as well, I'm feeling like this is a card that's just speaking about success. Success coming through, success in your love life, and also more success within your business. If you take on clients or you rely on other people in any way in your business, I see you making more money in that way. If you work in a commission-based job, I'm seeing that going well. If you are a server or anything else where you rely on the satisfaction of a customer in order to make more money, the next 6 months, you are absolutely doing that. And I feel like you're going to be attracting more money your way. Okay, so that's coming through. And let's go ahead and dive into some more cards. And also, I'm almost forgetting, I want to talk about the numerology on these as well. So the 3 and the 7, this equals a 10 in numerology, which is a 1. This is a new beginning. There's going to be the next stage happening in your love life. The number 9 is the ending of an old chapter, the ending of an old phase, closing out something. I feel like you're closing out an old chapter in your love life because your love life is going on into the new stage, the new realm. If you're single, I feel like you're no longer going to be single and you're letting go of your single life. As well as within your business, you're letting go of the stage of where maybe we were working super, super hard in order to see little results. Now, I feel like you're putting in, still a beautiful effort, but at the same time, you're making more money. And instead of it being like a hard effort, I want to emphasize the fact that I see it being a beautiful effort. Because yes, we want to put our best foot forward. That's amazing. That's going to get us the results in business, is when we put our beautiful foot forward, right? But hard work doesn't necessarily do that. Hard work can sometimes come with like anxiety or rigidness, difficulty. And let's say that you are a server, because I feel like we can all understand what this job is like. Let's say you're a server and you are like in that customer service, but you're working so hard to the point where it's like you're pushing yourself, you're sweating, it's and then when your table tries to talk to you, you're like, oh, let me get that, oh, let me, it's like all this like intense, rigid energy. Is that going to get you more abundance, or is the energy of where you're putting your beautiful foot forward? And yes, you're still, working hard, although I don't want to use that term. You're still trying and you want to have the best result, but you're doing it with a beautiful foot forward rather than putting that pressure on yourself. And now you're just having fun with your tables, your clients, the customers. And now you are taking the food to their table and you have this flutter in your step and you're just excited and just so beautiful. It's like, that's probably going to yield you a much better result. You know what I mean? So anyway, point being, it's not about working harder. It's about putting that beautiful foot forward, and it's going to make a big difference for you. Successful love as well. I just feel like there's more happening within success here, bringing in more money. And also the number 3 is about celebrating. So you're going to be celebrating something. We also have the last quarter moon in Capricorn. Leave the past behind. That's coming through for you. So what is it in the past that we need to still let go of? Maybe letting go of the ways in which we used to do our work. Maybe letting go of like old things in relationships, old things like fears or things that used to come up in relationships. Leaving that behind, because maybe now it's like, oh, I've manifested something really beautiful. And let me like really put my best foot forward here and leave the past behind and not bring that into the future. So, all those different things. Also, the Capricorn energy is about up-leveling, putting in the hard work, but it's the beautiful foot forward rather than the hard work. Then we also have full moon in Gemini. Gemini energy, embrace the flow of life. Embrace the flow of life. Gemini energy as well can talk about having someone in your life that really relates to you. They've been in the same space before. You're going to be having a conversation that I feel like is going to be really enlightening for you. And this is, again, embracing more of the flow of life and embracing how things are unfolding for you. Maybe when it came to your work and with your money, maybe we've been trying so hard to get those results and they haven't been happening. When we just instead embrace the flow, we stop pushing so hard and having that rigidity. And we just come back to the, I'm gonna put my beautiful foot forward today and I'm gonna have fun. This is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna take the pressure off, because pressure didn't help nobody. Worries didn't help nobody. Putting the fire under somebody's butt didn't help nobody. Imagine having a boss that's constantly like putting the fire under your butt. Is your performance gonna be as good as if your boss was just more like healthy encouragement, was inspiring? If your boss was like inspiring and like, ooh, let's create the best result today. And oh my God, look at your work. This is so fun. Let's do this. Let's add this on there. Let's blah, 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 whatever. That's gonna turn out way better than, you know, like the boss that's like, this sucks, go back and do it again. You know, it's like, so don't talk that way to yourself either when you are working, when you are doing anything, even if you don't work and you are in school or whatever it is that you do. Look at how you are treating yourself and all of that. Let's put the beautiful foot forward. I'm gonna say it again. I know you're gonna get tired of me saying that by the end of this reading, but it is what it is. So yes. Diving into more cards here. Embrace the flow of life. Don't have that rigidity. And I also see you 6 months from now. I mean, the fact that this is coming up, I feel like you're already having these realizations. You're already realizing these different things. And 6 months from now, I see you fully embracing the flow of life to where it's easy for you. Gemini has this like freeing type of energy, and it's also a very fun and playful zodiac sign. So I see you becoming more fun and playful in your life. And you're having that duality of where you can, yes, work hard, but you're marrying it with that beauty, that inspiration, and letting go of the rigidity. Ooh, and then we have the Magician showing up for you, and that one's like halfway upright, halfway not upright. We're gonna take it in both formats today, just because I feel like Spirit is saying that this card is meant to be both reversed and upright for you, because I think there's double messages going on here. So for one, the Magician is about manifesting things into physical reality. And perhaps, because this is also the slight reversed way of this card as well, perhaps you've been having struggles when it comes to making results. You have these desires that you're really, really, really wanting to manifest. But perhaps every time you try, it's like not yielding the results that you want, which again is going back to what we were talking about earlier. You're going to be learning exactly how to create the reality that you want, exactly how to take your ideas and manifest them. The wisdom of that is going to be coming within these next 6 months of exactly how you need to do that. The magic is happening, and the magic has been happening this whole time, but now you're going to be learning how to hone in on that magic even more to be able to manifest the exact reality that you're wanting. Oh, and I see results coming for you in these next 6 months. Results have been coming for a lot of the groups so far. It's like a lot of these results and a lot of this stuck energy, and then all of a sudden results coming through. So that's been a theme happening. So I wonder if the energies astrologically are also pointing in that direction. So anyway, also, if you do have any Gemini placements, such as Sun, Moon, or Rising in Gemini, or any other Gemini placements like Venus or Mars or anything like this, Jupiter is going to be moving into Gemini in the later half of this year. So I'm talking about 2024. So if you're watching this after that, Jupiter's probably already left that. But if this is relevant for you, if you're watching this in 2024, in the second half of the year, Jupiter is going to be in Gemini, and it's going to be helping amplify that area of your astrology chart and whatever planets you have in those zodiac signs. I just want to point that out. So let's go ahead and see what else we get for you. And Jupiter, by the way, is the planet of luck and abundance and expansion. So it's a very, very good thing when Jupiter enters your sign. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. My group 3s, this card is wanting to come out. We have the King of Wands. Okay, I love this energy for you. This is when we're full of inspiration and things are happening and we're stepping up into a leadership role. Some of you who are business owners and you're watching this, I see you stepping more up into that leadership role and really taking charge of things. And things will start manifesting because of that, because you're kind of really taking responsibility and taking charge. For those of you who do not own a business, this is more talking about your particular energy of being your own leader, not waiting for anyone else to come around and give you the opportunities, not waiting for anyone else to come around and help you. This is about you being like, I'm the leader. I'm gonna make this move forward. I got what it takes. I'm gonna make it happen. So this is your kind of energy that's really coming through here. Also in your love life, when we're talking about your love life, there might be King of Wands could be your person. King of Wands is usually a Leo or Aries or Sagittarius person, but they could be any of the zodiac signs. Again, it is a general reading. So let's go ahead and see what else we get. It is windy outside. I don't know if my microphone is picking that up, but wow. The winds of change are occurring during your reading. The winds of change. Okay, woo! Knight of Swords as well. Perhaps there's certain things that you're moving through really, really fast. Maybe you're rushing certain stuff in your life right now. These next 6 months are calling you to not rush things, not rush decisions, not rush getting your work done. Take it as it comes. And even if things don't get done exactly when you wanted them to, that is okay. And that is a lesson that I feel like you are learning so deeply over these next 6 months, because I feel like you've had a deep fire under your butt to like get results, get results, get results. But because of that, you've been rushing the process. You've been rushing things. And that rigidity has been really coming through. And I feel like that's specifically what's been stopping you from getting the results that you want. And I think this is the biggest realization that you're having right now, and it is literally going to change everything for you. It's going to change all the results that you get in your life because of this. Like just as I said in the very beginning of this reading, this conversion card, you are going to be making more money. You are going to be converting more clients or converting more results. So for example, if you don't have a career and maybe you're just in school and you're studying for something, conversion can also be like, oh, I'm taking such and such time to study, but now I'm yielding more results from that effort. I'm yielding more results from doing that. So that's what the conversion indicates. It's converting more results in your life, in your love life, in your professional life, in your schooling, if that's what you're in right now. More is converting. There's more results happening for you because you're not rushing it. So let's see what else we get here. I love that you're letting go of the rushing stage, because nobody ever did anything amazing when they were rushed to do it. So I love that you're just going to be more relaxed, more at ease, more within embracing the flow of life. Okay? Like even for me, when I've been like studying for exams and I rush it, it does not come out good. It does not come out good. And if I put too much pressure on myself, no matter how long I study for, if there's like too much pressure on myself, it's not going as good. My brain is too freaked out and too much in anxiety and fight or flight to actually remember what I'm reading and studying. But when I do so in a calm, peaceful state and I'm just fully aware, fully present, but I don't have that pressure on myself and I'm going easy on myself, that's when I like remember all of my stuff. So we gotta relax, we gotta have fun. And even the YouTuber Ali Abdaal, he has like video courses on like how to study, how to remember more and all that. He uses a lot of examples about like, sometimes it's not like the length of time that you study for. Sometimes it's what you study for and the efficiency of studying for that, and really creating that bubble of time, because our brain can't like focus for super long periods of time anyway. So diving into more cards here. My group 3s. Let's see. Okay, we also have the Emperor being reversed over here. This can indicate like a fear of success It can also indicate a fear of failure, and sometimes we're stuck not moving forward because we fear all of that. And then we also have this, oh, I have a message for you, my love. Okay. Spirit just told me that you might be trying to cut corners to make things happen faster. So you've been rushing, you've had the fire under your butt, you've been moving through things faster than need be, because I feel like you're wanting the results really fast. So again, we're trying to cut corners. One of your biggest lessons over these next 6 months is to not cut corners, because we're realizing that cutting corners did not yield bigger results for nobody. And yeah, I feel like you kind of get this point, so I don't need to like linger on this one too much, because I feel like this is already kind of like, you guys get the point. But your, again, results are going to amplify so deeply because of these realizations that you're going to be having and that you're already having. It is going to be shifting your next 6 months so that you are bringing in more success, more results, more money, all of that jazz by not cutting corners. So we also have the waning crescent, surrender, restore, reflection, intuition, and stillness. Stillness. It is so shocking that sometimes our best ideas, our best epiphanies, realizations come through when we are relaxing and restoring, surrendering, and in our stillness. So surrendering to the flow of life, the waning crescent, allowing ourselves to relax, to breathe. We also have Lilith. Ooh, Lilith is our rebel side. So repressed desires. What do you truly desire? You've been repressing some of your desires, and they're going to come out in some way, shape, or form eventually. And they might even come out in other ways of where we're just like, I've had enough and I'm burnt out. It's like, no, like let's honor some of our desires so that they don't have to like come out, you know, in ways that we don't want them to. Sometimes when we have a lot of repressed desires, it causes us to fall into addictive behaviors. It causes us to want to repress our feelings and emotions because we're repressing our desires. Right? Your ability to have fun is going to change your life. Your ability to not feel guilty for having fun. Your ability to go out there and say, oh my God, I'm here to live my best life and I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to feel guilty for it, because some people try to make us feel guilty for having fun. No, let's not do that. That's not good. And it is going to shift and change your life faster and crazier and bigger than ever, to honor your desires, to honor having fun, to honor relaxation. Okay? Okay. Then we also have our Saturn card, discipline, willpower, responsibilities, taking care of them in balanced ways. This is coming up as a reminder that yes, okay, we do have those things. Spirit acknowledges you do have responsibilities, but you also have a responsibility of having fun. Then we also have Ceres of nurture. Yes, see, here we go. Nurture requires, yes, taking care of our needs, such as food, money, clothing, you know, all those things that can help us survive. But Ceres, the nurture, is also about having fun. Nurturing yourself. Nurture comes in many forms, and I feel like you've been neglecting one of the forms of it. So that is that. Let's go ahead and dive into our last cards. So let's see what else we get for you. Any last information for your next 6 months, my group 3s. I do want to remind you that yes, you are going to get the results. So I know I've been talking a lot about the lessons from Spirit for the later half of this reading, but 6 months from now, you are going to be experiencing results. Really, really great results. Like the chalcedony, this is magical. Conversion rates are up. The result rates are up. Like you are absolutely manifesting abundance. We even have the wreath card showing up for you. So if you needed any more confirmation that yes, you are going to be successful, there you go. There you have it. The wreath. You can also look at this as like a wreath crown. So being crowned for something, being like having a celebration. I also feel like this is in your love life as well. I know I've been talking a lot about career stuff and only talked a little bit about the love life stuff, but this can also be about somebody choosing you and being like, yes, I want you. And wreath also indicates a celebration. This could be a celebration such as an anniversary or getting engaged, planning a wedding, things like this. So wreaths can indicate that kind of celebration, but also I feel like this is a celebration of your ability to get the results that you've been really wanting. And we also have the ice card. You are thawing out, moving forward. Things that used to keep you stuck, things are moving forward now. Especially when it came to conversion and getting the results. Look at the colors in these cards. You felt like you were stuck on ice when it came to your ability to get results. That is melting. You are free. The next 6 months is allowing you to open up and to celebrate. You're going to be really celebrating something in 6 months from now. So that is very exciting. I also do feel like pulling, honestly, one more card for you. So we're just going to do that. One more card here for my group beautiful threes. Let's see. Any last information for these next 6 months? That one wanted to come out. Let's see. Oh, we have 2 cards here. Okay, so ship and armor. You are so divinely protected. Okay? You are divinely protected. You can let go of some of those fears. Allow yourself to move forward. The ship is sailing. Ooh, I'm also seeing this as people are gonna really like this new relationship that you have and they ship it. Relationship. And also it's safe to let down your guard to trust this relationship. Okay, so if you felt guarded in any way with that, you are okay, you are safe. And you're also moving forward. This can also indicate that you're, this can also indicate it like an actual ship or boat. So such as like traveling could also be another aspect of this. But I do feel like this is a lot talking about your relationship. Things are sailing, things are moving forward. And I'm also seeing this as like business or garnering your results, because ship is also reminding me of like either products or shipments or moving forward on a goal is what I'm getting. So yes, that is what we have here. My beautiful group number threes. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's reading, all about your life in these next 6 months. I'm sending you so much love. I'm so excited for what's about to happen for you, all of the different conversions and you honoring more of your fun. Your life is about to become so much more fun and less rigid, and successful love is coming in, and the ability to create more results for your efforts, and it all comes through your ability to honor more fun into your life and all of that, and not cutting corners, just doing things with integrity, taking your time, not trying to rush things. And through that, that's where you're gonna see all your results. And these next 6 months, I see you making more results, and I actually see you being quite shocked too. Like I almost see you looking at your results and being like, oh my God, I did it. Like, look at this. If only I knew I could have fun along the way. If only I knew that fun was actually the secret behind this. And patience. So yes, that is what we have here. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you again so much for joining me here today for today's video, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, my group of fours, if you chose this pile, this is gonna be your reading all about the next 6 months. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, my group fours, we have learning and we have generosity. The learning card. Oh, and then also look at how much yellow we have, and you guys chose the yellow crystal. Whenever I place the crystals in the piles, I have no idea what cards are below there, so it's just, I'm always flabbergasted whenever we have all of these like crazy synchronicities with the crystals and the cards. It's really cool. The fact that we have a lot of yellow, yellow is the expansion of your solar plexus chakra, so stepping deeper into your confidence, more into your willpower, your assertiveness as well. So being able to be assertive and being like, this is what I want, this is what I'm going for, and I have confidence and I believe in myself, and I'm diving in. It's a very action-oriented type of color and energy. The generosity, we have our solar plexus orange color. So this is almost like our sunset aura quartz, which is wild, which activates those 2 chakras, actually, the sacral and the solar plexus. And the sacral chakra is about your relationships. Something that I'm seeing is you're going to be receiving from your relationships. There's some sort of like generosity or gifts or people like recognizing your efforts. And I almost see people like I don't know, either somebody's like planning a surprise for you or about to be really generous for you over these next 6 months to just really appreciate you. I also see this as you being also very generous, but I'm also getting this very generous energy coming back to you, like good karma coming in for you. The learning energy, there might be something that you really want to do or learn or improve on. And I see you absolutely doing that, and I see it being very successful. And perhaps through this, there's like a lot of good luck. I'm feeling like there's a good luck energy in your group here, especially when it comes to learning this. If you are interested in taking a course right now, or if you are in school for something, or you are interested in learning a new skill to maybe take your life or your career or whatever to the next level, this is going to be very, very positive. And I see over the next 6 months that you are going to be doing that. So even if you're not even thinking about that right now, there's something that's going to be coming up within these next 6 months for you to like learn a new skill or take a class, course, or something like this. It's going to be very positive for you. And then also numerology, we have a numerology of 3 in this card, and then we have a numerology of 7 in this card. 3s are a type of celebration and a type of connectivity, networking that's going to help bring you to the next level of your life. The 7s are about higher learning and about deepening your spirituality and having a lot of epiphanies and realizations that are going to help you in your life. So that is what we're having so far. We also have the full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. If you have certain insecurities or fears when it comes to getting out of your shell, or the different opportunities or things that you would like to manifest in your future, the next 6 months are helping you be more comfortable in your expansion. Maybe you're learning something right now because there's a plan or something that you're really wanting to do in your future, but maybe there's a lot of fears with, am I good enough? Or just anything else that comes up for you. This is your time of releasing that and getting over that. The next 6 months, I see that you're already going to be like stepping outside of your comfort zone. And then we also have Sagittarius energy. So practice gratitude. Sagittarius is about shooting your shot and moving forward. These next 6 months, you are already making progress. Practicing gratitude is also being thankful for what we have already. And when we are, we receive more. And I see you receiving more. And I see you being very thankful for the different opportunities. Like I see new opportunities coming into your life and people being generous for you or with you, or at least expressing their thankfulness. And there's a very generous energy around you. So, ooh. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that. I'm getting a lot of that energy. You might be attracted to oranges, yellows, or reds lately. And if so, this is your action energy being activated. Your energy wants to take action. It wants to move forward. It wants to find more grounding. And when I say grounding, it means like becoming really sure, much more confident, much more secure, feeling safe, and having that solid foundation. So that's something that I'm seeing for you, is creating much more solidity in your life there. Then we also have trust the universe. Trusting in the universe, trusting in your path, the first quarter moon in Aquarius. So we have Aquarius energy, Cancer, and then Sagittarius energy. Cancer, I see you taking more time for like self-care, self-love, and also expanding yourself. I'm also getting like a learning from home. There might be a course you're taking from home. And with the first quarter moon in Aquarius, this is an energy of innovation, new ideas, getting outside of the box, trusting the universe. Maybe you don't know how something's gonna happen yet, and you're like, okay, I don't understand the path forward. I don't see the whole road ahead, but I know that I maybe wanna do this thing, or I want to see where this goes. Trust the universe that whatever path you go on will unfold, but you have to go down it. You have to continue walking forward, right? You don't need to see the entire staircase in order to take the first step. That's a really big quote that I forgot who exactly that quote is from, but that's so powerful. You do not need to you do not need to see the entire staircase before taking the first step, right? You don't need to see the entire road ahead before at least getting in your car and driving forward and moving forward. So that is your little advice from Spirit through here. I'm also seeing you trusting your intuition a lot more in these next 6 months, feeling more intuitively connected. Let's see what else we get for you here. Ooh, okay, so we have the Chariot being reversed. Ooh, okay, this comes up when we are humming and hawing about a decision. We're like, okay, do I do this or do I do that? What is the right choice? Your intuition is gonna be speaking to you a lot. And we also have the Wish card. You're being granted a wish. So, what is it that you would wish for if nobody else was involved? If nobody else had their opinion, or it didn't matter what anybody else wanted? What would you authentically want if you could decide on your own and there was nobody around you to influence that decision? That's going to help you decide. And also, if you knew that your wish would manifest, if you knew that you could wish for anything and that it would happen, it would manifest, what would those wishes be? That's going to help you make this decision to know what's right for you and what's wrong for you. And I do see this shift in direction. When we have the Chariot being reversed, it can indicate that we are going on a shift in direction, because maybe we're realizing that the direction we were going in is not actually fulfilling us. It's not what we really wanted. So maybe now it's time for us to learn new skills, dive back into learning things, because we're realizing that we want something else. And the fact that we have the Nine of Cups even coming up here, in these next 6 months, there's gonna be some sort of surprise or gift or something that you've been wishing for that's gonna be flowing in, and progress is gonna be made there. Every single pile so far, there's been Spirit has been saying there's progress being made, which of course, I mean, when we're looking into the future, there's always some sort of progress being made. But all of these cards so far, Spirit has been saying that there's some beautiful progress. Each group has been very different in terms of what progress it's talking about. However, there's so much progress being happened. And I love this. I love this energy. So your particular progress is realizing what it is that you truly desire and want. And there's progress being made in that direction. So Nine of Cups, getting something that you really want. I almost feel like somebody is going to be offering help, or somebody might even buy you something. This could also be you buying it for yourself, but for some reason, I'm getting this energy somebody's gonna help you buy something that's gonna help you move forward. Somebody's gonna be oh, hey, you wanna take that course, you wanna go do that? Let me help you with that. This generous energy. There's a generous energy coming through of somebody wanting to help you learn something or manifest this dream. There's somebody that's kind of wanting to help with that. And they're this King of Pentacles energy. So it's most likely a man, most likely. It could also be a woman. Sometimes women show up as the King of Pentacles. But usually this is an earth sign person. Most of the time, again, it's a general reading, so sometimes it's not. But the King of Pentacles resonates with the earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And we also have the Ten of Pentacles. You're focused on long-term goals right now. Long-term success and long-term happiness. And you're thinking more in the future and more, you're not thinking the short-term stuff. You're thinking far ahead. And the decisions that you're making right now are helping you build a fulfilling life. But it does require a shift in direction to kind of leave behind those things that aren't fulfilling and the things that you know are kind of not giving you exactly what you wanted. But these new decisions, and these new investments are bringing you to a much better place. There could also be somebody that is wanting to, I just really feel like somebody's wanting to help you out and be generous with you. I keep getting that message. They want to help you out. They want to see you be happy. And they're willing to help you achieve that. And I'm feeling like this is financially, this could be a father or a mother or, a loved one. that's wanting to help with this. So yes, let's go ahead and see what else we get for you. This could also be a friend, but I'm feeling more they're closer to you than a friend, but it could be. Anyway, let's see. My group 4s, what else do we have? 10 of Pentacles, I'm also just seeing like more success for you in that realm. And I also feel this accomplished kind of feeling by moving in this new direction. And I just see it being more fulfilling for you. We also have the moon being reversed. This is when we are stepping outside of our comfort zone. But it can also indicate that we've been really questioning our intuition. We've been like, okay, is this the right decision? Is this right? I need a sign. I need more confirmation that this is the right choice and this is the right decision. But listen to what it is you really want. Again, kind of like I asked you earlier about how to discover what it is you really want. Remove all the other opinions, all the other wants and desires from other people, and ask yourself truly, what is it that you would want if just you was involved? That's going to be where you get your answer. Then we also have the 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. We have 9 of Cups. We have 10 of Cups. We have 10 of Pentacles. There's a lot of positivity coming in for you in these next 6 months. Oh my goodness. There could also be something to celebrate. I also feel like there's going to be news of a new family member. So this could be like a sibling getting pregnant. This could also be like a best friend getting pregnant. This could also be you getting pregnant, if that's something that's like in the realm of your life. Again, I'm pointing out all the different options. It is a general reading. You're gonna have to pick out what is most relevant for you. But for some reason, I'm hearing an announcement of a new family member coming through. But this could also be like a friend, a really close friend that almost feels like family to you, getting pregnant as well. Or again, could be you. This one also just indicates a lot of success and a lot of happiness, like feeling fulfilled. There's a big feeling of fulfillment in these next 6 months. We also have 4 of Wands. The foundation getting stronger. This is also your home life becoming really happy. And again, something to celebrate. Some of you, there could also be like a wedding happening, a really beautiful wedding that you're so happy about. Could be yours. Could be somebody close to you. The 4 of Wands can also indicate progress, such as graduating. So if you are in school right now, perhaps in these next 6 months you're graduating. 4 of Wands can also indicate the celebration of like success in business. It can also indicate things around your home are improving. If you're doing any home improvements right now, this is the card that would indicate that. If you're thinking about redecorating or anything like that, that is that card. So all of those different options, I know that sounded like a lot from this card, but again, you're gonna need to find what's most relevant for you, because again, it's a general reading, so I like to point out all the different things that I see within the cards, and I was feeling all those different things for this particular card. It could also be a combination for you as well. So if there's multiple things that resonated, if you're like, oh my God, yes, I'm like kind of working on my home right now, but I'm also know that I'm gonna be graduating or having this other celebration, bam, there you go. There it is. We also have 5 of Pentacles being reversed. So if there's been any health things that have been going on for you, this is a card that indicates that it's getting better and you're also finding your answers that you've needed. So things are improving there. If you felt like you were doing everything on your own and it felt very difficult and it felt like you had a lot of weight on you, I also see help coming through with that, to the point where it's very relieving. Ooh, I'm also getting a message that if you currently like owe money for something, or if you have like debt that you've been really wanting to pay off, I absolutely see that happening 6 months from now. Lots of progress being made on that, to where you have this sense of relief. When the 5 of Pentacles comes up reversed, it's this huge sense of relief of like, I finally got the answers, or I finally got the relief from the struggle, because the 5 of Pentacles upright is some sort of struggle, and it could be a financial struggle. It could be a health struggle, or things like this. Struggling with a lot of things to do, a lot of like, and not feeling like you have enough energy for it. It's all of those things. When it's reversed, this is the clearing of that energy. So that's very, very positive. Love that that's coming up for you. And let's go ahead and dive into our astrology cards. Let's see what we have. We have Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and money. Your financial situation is going to be improving. If you do have any debts right now or anything else that you're wanting to take care of, this is confirmation that that's going to be happening. And there's a lot of generosity happening. I feel like this could even be like a pay raise that may be coming through, or again, somebody just being very generous with you, wanting to help you. Also with Venus, friendships and loved ones. There's going to be a lot of positive news with friendships and loved ones in these next 6 months. We also have the sextile: integration, cooperation, tools, skills, ingenuity, harmony, and empathy. The sextiles is a very positive energy, and it creates like positive amplification and moving forward. It's a very positive aspect. We also have Virgo. Virgo is getting stuff done, getting organized, getting on top of things. It's also a card of healing. So if you do have anything like health-wise going on, there's a lot of positivity here with healing and getting the answers and getting the help to improve. Or if you have somebody in your family that's been in a situation like that and maybe it's been taking a toll on you, there's also a lot of positivity coming through with that, of healing, getting the help that you need, getting the answers, and all of that. We also have waxing gibbous: alignment, refinement, nurture, patience, and evolution. Lots of things that you're like improving and getting better. If there's a skill that you've been wanting to get better at and you're taking a course for it, this is again confirmation that that's happening. And refinement, refining things and making sure that, we're working on improving our finances, improving our home life. And let's go ahead and dive into our last cards just to get any last information on this group for you. So let's see. So we have the pillars, I can see here. Then we also have the lily. Ooh, this is blossoming. Seeing your uniqueness, opening up in a new direction. I feel like you're going to be really good at whatever it is that you're learning. If there's something that you, again, are going to school for or wanting to take a course on or improving a skill, you're actually going to realize that you're better at the thing than you thought. And it's going to come like more naturally to you as well. Pillar is like when we're very sturdy and solid. If there was anything that felt shaky or unsure, those things are solidifying within these next 6 months. They're just getting stronger. The pillar is also making me think about a home improvement. Some of you, if you're doing renovations, that's going really well. If you're doing any other improvement around the home, that's going well. Both of these are in relation. So again, if there's graduations or anything like that, this can indicate the celebration of those types of things. There's a celebration coming through. And then let's see, any last cards here. We also have the lion, which is about confidence. It's also usually when we're working on improving our appearance. So maybe we're wanting to change something about ourselves. Maybe we're wanting to like shine a little brighter or be more radiant or change things up a little bit, and the lion can symbolize that. The key is when we are unlocking answers or unlocking opportunity. And then the lobster. The lobster is when lobsters are actually really good luck. And they're also a long life, and they symbolize health, longevity, and they symbolize being very fruitful, and also a skill that's gonna make us prosperous for a long time to come. So that is what we have here. You're gaining the keys and the wisdom to be prosperous for a long time to come, which is what exactly reflected here in the 10 of Pentacles, also the 10 of Cups, the King of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups is about getting that wish. There's a lot of positivity coming through for you, and a lot of like improvement and generosity coming through, raking in good karma. So lots of positive things over these next 6 months, my loves. This is what we have for you, my beautiful group number 4s. This is your time of taking action, being assertive, letting out that inner warrior. And that is all that we have going on over here. So thank you again so much for joining me here today, my beautiful group number 4s. I'm so excited for the next 6 months for you and everything that's going to happen. Why am I also feeling like you're going to be attracted to gold a lot? And I also see like this gold glitter on her face is sticking out to me, like wearing more gold, surrounding yourself with gold, feeling more abundance, feeling more radiance and more confidence. I see like your feminine side being amplified and just really taking care of yourself, wanting to like, I don't know, almost like turn heads, and there's more attention that's going to be on you, but in a very positive way. Like people are like looking at you more. You're receiving more compliments. That's also coming through. So Spirit also, they had more to say at the end of this reading. So all of that just came through. I feel like, yeah, you're going to be turning more heads. There's going to be more compliments coming through. You're going to be glowing a lot more. And I think it's because you're getting rid of a lot of the things that have been stressing you out. And those are easing up, which allows you to blossom. This Venus, like this blossoming energy. So, whew. That is what we have over here. Thank you again so much for joining me here today, my beautiful group number 4s. I'm sending you so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group 5s, if you chose this pile, this is going to be a reading all about your life in 6 months from now. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, my group 5s, your reading is all about your love life. We have engagement and we have love and compassion. This can also indicate like self-love as well, but for the most part, I feel like this is talking about like your love life. And if you are currently single, there's going to be somebody who is, they really like you, okay? They're very engaged by you. Every time that you talk, every time that you walk by them, this person is just like, oh my gosh, like my eyes are on you. My eyes are set on you. If you're already in a relationship or talking to somebody or anything like this, I feel like your partner is going to be very just engaged with you, very excited to hear about what you're doing. Or again, engagement can also indicate that your relationship is going to the next level. So if you are currently talking to somebody that you're interested in, maybe they're going to ask you to be their boyfriend or girlfriend. If you already are in a relationship like that, again, this could be like moving into together or getting engaged or getting married or something like this. But it's a commitment. There's more commitment in your love life, and I also feel like you are getting so much more committed to yourself and to your own happiness as well. So even if relationships, and you're listening to this and you're like, I'm not even interested in relationships, another aspect of reading this is being so engaged in your own happiness, being so engaged in loving yourself. Look at this fly. He's like having a time over here. Is the camera even catching this? Like that is so weird. He's like bathing himself or something. Anyway, I'm going to take this as a sign for you of just having fun, putting yourself first, and like really taking care of yourself. Getting more fun, more excitement. This guy's like distracting me. I need to get rid of him. Okay, cool. He listened. So anyway, there's going to be a lot more focus and so much more love coming through. We also have our numerology of 4 and then 9. There's been a lot of 9s showing up for people lately. So 9s are all about the closing of a chapter, and the 4s are about building a new foundation. There's a new foundation being built when it comes to your self-love, your own goals, dreams, and desires when it comes to yourself. I'm seeing self-improvement. I'm seeing you are stepping into like a very beautiful era. You are going to be turning heads. People, you're going to receive more compliments than probably your whole life thus far. And I'm seeing like a glow up for you. And I also see again, like your partner's so into you and your love life is improving and all of that and going to the next level. And there's going to be like exciting news to share with that. So diving in deeper, we also have full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. There's going to be a lot of plans for your future being made. A lot of plans for your future. So in your love life, you might have, you know, your partner talking about where they see things going in the bigger picture, where they see your future going. There's a lot of talk about your future plans together. Also on a personal level, I think that you're making a lot of big plans about your future. A lot of big plans where you're like, oh, you know what? Let me shoot for this big goal. I think you're making bigger goals for yourself because your self-worth is improving, and you're just dreaming more about like, oh, let me get inspired by this. And I feel like there's just so much more excitement here. Your energy is going to be really glowing and radiating. We also have new moon in Libra. Know you are loved. Okay, if you needed more confirmation that there is somebody who has their eyes on you, they're so into you, and they can't wait to like deepen the connection with you. New moon in Libra. New chapter in your love life. Know you are loved. If you are already talking to somebody or with somebody, they are head over heels for you, and they want to deepen their connection with you. They want to take it to the next stage, the next level. They want to open up a new chapter with you. These next 6 months, I think you're going to be surprised if you're already in a committed relationship. I think you're getting engaged, getting married, something like this. And again, if you're talking to somebody, I think this relationship looks very promising. So yes, we also have new moon in Cancer. Relax. Being able to let go and not worry. I think that this is a relationship where you don't need to worry. You know, if you've had relationships in the past where it was constantly like, what are they thinking? What are they up to? What's going to happen? What are they doing? Like, no, oh my gosh, new moon in Cancer. Like, this is so positive with like being able to have that open trust between each other. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love what all of this is. I also see there's going to be a plan being made within these next 6 months of either a big travel, potential travel. Sagittarius can deal with travel sometimes. But this can also deal with a perhaps expansion, like how you want to expand in your future with this person. But I'm seeing a possible travel plan. Okay. Let's see our tarot cards now. Let's see what we get for you. My group fives. It's also interesting that you are the one crystal that is actually in the shape of a heart, which is so wild that I decided to put this on this pile. The crystals always like correlate with the groups so much. I'm always so shocked, and I never look at the cards before putting the crystals in the piles. I just do it intuitively, and it always just like perfectly matches. It blows my mind every time. It happens so often, but yet it still blows my mind every time when it happens. So yes, let's dive into more cards here. Ooh, I'm seeing this is a relationship that's very balanced in terms of you still get to be an individual. You still feel like you're being supported to be you, and you don't feel like you are being caged or shut down. I feel like this is a very like healthy, good relationship. Let's see what else we have. My group fives, let's see. I see like you have this like inner confidence in yourself and this surety and this individuality that makes the relationship so much more healthy. We also have the King of Cups. He did come up in the reverse position, so this could indicate that either you or your partner have had like insecurities in the past. This is something that I feel like is healing. This could also be like questions about like, am I even worthy of this? Is this too good to be true? It could be that type of energy, but I really feel like things are going very positively over here, and it's just time. It's like we can relax. We can take a breather. Let's see, what else do we have for you? We have Temperance, we have Queen of Swords. There's going to be a lot of things like with communication and making solid plans. Queen of Swords, she makes plans. Temperance can indicate that we are molding two things together and figuring out how to fit two things together. Ooh, that makes me feel like you're either moving in with this person or getting engaged or getting married, and you're figuring out how two lives become one. I do feel like this is a relationship that honors both sides though, because this new moon in Libra, it's like there's this balance, right? But in any relationship, we have to figure things out. We have to sort things out. I feel like things are getting sorted out in a very beautiful way. And then we also have Knight of Wands being reversed. There could be like slight fears and anxieties that come up, which I feel like is totally normal sometimes. Fears and anxieties about moving forward. It's just like, oh my God, it's happening. Oh my God, there's this. Oh my God, there's that. And it can be like, oh my God. So, but I feel like all of this is turning out so good. Like You are so loved. There's such a bigger picture happening here of love, compassion, being more engaged, being more into this person. Let's see, what else do we get here? My group of fives. Okay, we also have, let's see, we also have Ace of Wands. I love this. So it's the beginning of a totally new chapter. And this is a passionate new chapter that's opening up. It's very passionate. If you're ever worried about the spark dying out, come back to surprises, spontaneity. That's something that's going to keep this relationship alive. It's going to keep it exciting. And I feel like you and this person, like this is a type of person who enjoys spontaneity. They enjoy laughter. They enjoy fun and stuff like that. And I feel like that's going to really like amplify this relationship. When it comes to your personal life, by the way, other things that I'm seeing in your personal life, you might feel like there's some things that need to be put on pause because there's just so much going on in these next 6 months. There's so much that's happening that sometimes love might be a little bit of a distraction from all the other stuff that you have to do. And that's okay. That's like totally normal. And it's going to be about balancing that out and figuring out how to balance that out, how to balance that in your life. And the Ace of Wands, there's going to be a lot of new exciting plans. I feel like this is a very exciting time for you. Let's see what else we get. Let's get one more tarot card, and then we'll dive into our astrology cards here. Let's see, any last information? Okay, got a couple more cards. So we have the Five of Cups and then the Two of Pentacles. Perhaps there's something that's like slightly bittersweet for you. And maybe we're having to make some decisions that we are having to figure out in order to create more balance. And something within your relationship is like, in order to have a healthy relationship, we're keeping our individuality, right? And we have to keep both people's individuality in order to balance it out. The fact that we have the Two of Pentacles comes up indicates that if you're having any sort of like disagreements with your partner or with how things are going to be playing out, I see you sorting this out in a way where it's still honoring both people. We're honoring both sides of it. I'm also seeing like leaving behind old disappointments and turning over to look at the potentials of what you're creating in your future. Leaving behind old disappointments, letting it go, right? No longer bringing up the past, no longer bringing up other old things or focusing on them. This is a time, and over the next 6 months, it's about letting go of all of that and moving forward in this direction, focusing on the new things, the new chapters, what you can possibly create, and all those other new potentials within your future. So that is what we have there. We also have tons of astrology cards. These are our Astro deck, and for your group, as well as I think it was like group number 2 or something, I felt like pulling so many more than the other groups. It's just like you guys had a lot of energy with the astrology cards for some reason. So let's go ahead and see what we have for you. We have the 6th house of I Do. This is so wild. Okay, so I recently did this reading of Who Will You Marry? And this card came up, and for some reason I feel like it's so weird that it's coming up in this group, and we're talking a lot about like love and things like that in this group. The I do. Perhaps there's an idea about getting married to this person. Maybe you are in a relationship and you're thinking about getting married, and then that's why we have I do. But also the 6th house usually has nothing to do with marriage. However, when this card came up in that last reading, and it's just reminding me about that in this reading, I was feeling a lot of marriage energy. But the 6th house can also be like taking care of responsibilities and just doing things, like taking action and getting stuff done. That's that 6th house energy. It's also the energy of where you see your health. So if there's anything within your health, if you're wanting to improve, you know, your rest and relaxation, your ability to rejuvenate, your ability to heal anything, the 6th house can also deal with our healing and also figuring out our routine. If you need to figure out your routine when it comes to you in your love life, if that's something that kind of scares you, is like figuring out your routine, this is something that's going to get sorted out over these next 6 months, and it's going to be easier than you think. And there is balance. There's a way to find balance here, to balance out a relationship plus a job, to balance out this plus that. Like, there's a way to do it all, and we just need to focus on balancing it, right? The full moon in Libra, your whole next 6 months is about balancing your personal life and your relationship and your career, and balancing those things and finding peace and harmony with it. And also your relationship is just improving, getting to the next level, doing all these amazing, good, beautiful things. So it's about sorting all of that out. Then we also have the 10th house, I achieve. So career might be a big focus for you as well, which I feel within your career, something that I'm feeling is being more interested in your career. There's more interesting things happening in these next 6 months. Maybe there's a new goal to achieve or a new big project that you're going to be working on, an achievement that you're going to be reaching. We also have Mercury coming through. Mercury is plans. It's also the planet of communication and short distance travel. There could be something where, first off, your person might open up and say something really deep to you. Also I see you expressing more about your wants and needs as well, and that's going to really help balance out your relationship, expressing more of your wants and needs and creating a better schedule about that. Perhaps it's about sharing responsibilities in your love life with your person, being able to share certain responsibilities. That's going to help balance things out. But also, I'm getting this message that your person is going to open up to you about some really deep feelings that they have for you, and thoughts that they have, desires, wants that they have for the future. We also have void of course. So there is something that you might also be leaving behind because you're like, it's not worth my time anymore. It's not worth my focus anymore. This could be like a project that you had or something like this. Also, my fiance just sneezed so loud. If you heard that in the microphone, that's really funny. Anyway, void of course. Pause in time, change of plans, limbo, improvisation. So there could be something that you're like leaving behind for a little bit or letting go of for a bit in order to kind of balance out how busy you are, because it seems like there's a lot of things going on that maybe we just need to like take a bit of time or take a break. This card can also indicate taking time off from work or taking time away from something in order to kind of catch up on everything else that's going on in your life. I do feel a very busy energy for you, but it's like a lot of positive things. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed by hearing that. I just see a lot of positive things happening for you, but yes, busy. But you are handling it, because the Two of Pentacles, when it's upright, she's juggling it just fine. When it's not upright, she's a bit overwhelmed. However, Two of Pentacles, she's got it. She's dropping the things that are a bit too much right now so that she can just handle it. She's got it. She's good to go. So then we also have vertex, karmic point, synastry, fated connections, and turning point. The vertex is a very powerful aspect in astrology, and it does indicate a turning point and a big shift. So there could be something big happening these next 6 months that are a turning point for you, and I feel like it's going to transpire from your love life. There's a turning point. This is like a turning point such as, again, engagement, marriage, things like that, that are coming through. And then we're balancing out all of those different things. There's a big change happening for you in these next 6 months. We also have square, so resistance, struggle, obstacles, experience, effort, learning, conflict, obsession, and problems. So in those other areas where you're experiencing some resistance in your life, maybe some disagreements or not seeing eye to eye on something, this is getting sorted out. And there's going to be like a turning point here to help redirect things, to find balance again, to find harmony, to find success, to achieve the things that you want to, and to get on track. We also have the sun coming out for you. I love that this card came out. Whenever the sun comes out, it adds such a brightness and happiness to the entire reading. No matter what it is that you are struggling with, no matter what it is that comes through where maybe there's any disagreements or resistances with you or another person over these next 6 months, the sun is here. So all of these things are leading to a good place to help you figure out more about how your life is going to unfold, to help with the planning and preparation stages of that, and to help find balance in your life. The sun adds happiness, it adds joy, it adds this sense of like something that we're looking forward to. It's all positive. And I feel like, ooh, Spirit just said something. All your problems are good problems to have. They're good problems to have. Okay, so for example, like let's use the example that you have a partner and let's say you're getting married, but let's say you're disagreeing on like the logistics of the wedding or something. Let's say that that's happening. That's a pretty good problem to have because for one, you're married, you're getting married, you're planning a wedding. That's 10 out of 10. It's a good problem. You know what I mean? So it's like the perspective that you look at it with, right? And there's a lot of people that would love to be in those shoes of like planning their wedding, and like that's something that so many people dream of, right? So it's a good problem to have. And sometimes when we can just like embrace those and like laugh at them, Spirit is saying right now to realize that a lot of the problems that you're facing, they're good problems. You know, and there's a lot of like, oh, my door, the wind just got so crazy that my door in my office just blew open. That's wild. This door is like literally closed shut. And it just opened from the wind. How weird is that? Okay, anyway, so I feel like this is a sign from the universe saying to open up and see the beauty, see the positivity, even if there's different struggles happening, and to also move forward and to also allow yourself to express, to open up and all of that. So that is the energy going on here. I cannot believe how windy it is outside. That is wild. So anyway, I am sending you so much love. Thank you so much for joining me here today for your reading. I see you just achieving a lot here. This can also sometimes indicate that either we or our partner is getting a promotion as well. I just want to point that out. And yes, I just feel you sorting things out, getting to an amazing place in your life. And I'm gonna go shut my office door because it's opening even more right now. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you again so much for joining me here today. And until next time, bye.